Your anxiety in a sales call is not has nothing to do with the script, but it has to do with your mindset. How you have learned sales. Because I've learned sales through two ways. One is all tactics, scripts, and other is mindset. So the tactics teach you that if you run the sales call properly, there's going to be a definite yes in the end. And the mindset teaches you that if you bring clarity to the client in a sales call, there is going to be a clear yes or no at the end of the call, which means that you would have brought enough clarity to the person for them to decide at the end of the call. If they were to make a decision, they will proceed. If they were not intending to make a decision, which this side of sales training misses, that it tells you that a client will definitely come to yes if you do the sales call properly. But this type of sales training, the second one, the mindset training, that teaches you that sales is probabilistic, that your job in a sales call is not to drive a yes, but to drive clarity and to see if this program or service or product would be a success or a failure for the person enrolling in it, for a person buying it. It teaches you to qualify a prospect in a way that you know what to look for in a person. You're not trying to sell them something that will not be beneficial to them. While in this case, you're trying to just sell. And what this type of sales training teaches you is tactics. But if you really dig into this sales training, what it's trying to teach you is clarity. It's trying to teach you mindset. It's trying to teach you how to bring clarity to a prospect and avoid the pitfalls where the prospects get stuck in their own mind, internal beliefs. And this is also teaching you to bring clarity, but the way it's teaching it is rooted in lack, in fear, in lack of probability that there will ever be a no if you learn this. It's taking away the free will from the person in front of you, assuming that if you do it correctly, the person in front of you will have to say yes. And I disagree, because at the end, yes, it can, this type of training can fool a lot of people if you're selling a disingenuous product or service. But the real ones, the ones that are really aware of what's happening in the market, they will vet you and they will not go forward with your pushy, tricky sales tactics. They'll only go forward with clarity, with information, with a conversation, not a sales call. And your work in a sales call is not to be pushing tricks, but to see where you were not able to bring clarity in the previous call. And if you were able to bring clarity throughout the call, then just to really let go of the fact that some clients will not close, not because you did something wrong, but because they were not ready to make a decision. There could be logistical reasons, and sometimes the client is not ready to go beyond their fear, and that is all right. And sometimes the client can sense that you're trying to sell them, and they will just, even if you conducted the call properly, they can sense and sniff your neediness and attachment to an outcome, and that you want to take their money as opposed to give them something through your product and service. And they will walk off. They will, even if you've conducted the right script, even if you have done all your due diligence, even if you have used all the tactics, they will just not buy no matter what you do. And because, just for example, in life, when you see, when you sense an energy who's trying to get something from you by trying to be all nice and good and saying the right things, can you not sense it? You can sense it. But when somebody is doing the same thing, but their energy is completely different. They're saying the same things, but you can sense into them that this person will just walk away. They're not dependent on you. There are other people they can sell to, there are other things that they can do. And that's where you don't judge them a specific way. You buy if you sense clarity. So you're anxious in a call not because of the scripts, but because your sense of self is attached to getting a yes or a no. If you get a no, it's attached, you associate it with yourself and you're not doing good. That is why the call didn't close. But the fact is that you're not doing good because you didn't have the right mindset to begin with. And the mindset is sometimes it's going to be a no. And sales is probabilistic. You can use tools to get clarity, those tactics by sales gurus, but at the end, it's the person in front of you who's going to make a decision. And some people you can fool, but others you can't. So that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video.